We are on the trail again, the 5-star trail, right beside the old branch, the southwest branch, and we're going to proceed south here. We're just at the place where Walthour's Lumber used to be located. This is now called Allegheny High Lift, and we are just up the road from where the old Star Brewery used to be located, and I'm going to go in that direction. The looming structure just right in the middle of the view here is located exactly where the old Star Brewery used to be, and it's not the same structure, but it is nevertheless located in exactly the same place. The old brewery was a beautiful old brick building that sat here at least until the 1970s. I can remember seeing it. This was one of those places that did not shut down when Prohibition was enacted. For one reason or another, they decided that it wasn't important to shut down, and they kept producing beer until they got busted in 1922. Just to give a view of some of the other things, we're seeing what we can see of Schaller Bakery right here, which is also making good things now and still providing some very pleasant foodstuffs. And you can see that trail is well traveled, and it's a good time of year to get out and get some exercise. What's coming into view is the machinery of the old cement plant. We're right at the place. We have some good bit of sunlight coming in, and it's giving some lens flare. But this is exactly the place where the old Star Brewery used to sit. And this is something that's still in operation. This is another one of those things along the southwest branch where things are still being made. This was a very important industrial corridor. A lot of things were once upon a time made here. Even though now we're bringing a lot of things in from China, a lot of the kind of stuff that is coming in the great big ships from China was one time made right here. You can see some of the cement blocks over there. This is another building of the cement block compound. Now we have a good shaded area where we can do a little bit of shooting and get an impression of the structural stuff here. And at this point we're right behind the firehouse. Up on the hill there is the Paradise Firehouse, built in it was begun about 1928. That's the 8th Ward, Greensburg's 8th Ward. And as we look down here, we get to see, we're looking over top of the Agway complex down there, and what you can see in the distance, the big smokestack and the ventilating monitors on the roof there are from what was once the first glass plant in Greensburg. We'll get a better look at that when we get on the I'm really amazed how much stuff has grown up, the vegetation.
That's the truth. It was a desert at one time. When you're coming down from the top of the hill, when you come down into the underpass, on the right hand side, before you get to the boron station and so forth, there's a place on the right, and I thought it was some sort of concrete industry. I was wondering if the things came that far.
Now right here, there was a brickyard right up here.
I'll be there.
Yeah, a lot of people confuse it with the...
Was it Keystone?
No, that's the one that a lot of people think it was, and it wasn't. It was a different one. It was the old William B. Parks brickyard.
I have two bricks. I have one marked Greensburg and one marked Westmoreland and one marked Keystone. So,
We'll see Keystone further down the tracks.
okay.
But what we're looking at out here, this building right here, the brick building, was here after the brickyard. A number of things happened here. This structural stuff right beside us was underneath this wooden stuff. There's cement piers that used to have metal tanks on top of. There was a great big, this was a golf warehouse. The golf company unloaded petroleum products out here since the 1920s anyhow. But prior to that, right in this area up here, there was a brickyard. This was the William B. Parks brickyard in the 1890s. There were 2 updraft kilns and a drying house. And surprisingly, right up here on the hill, where you see that flag up there, there was a mill, a grist mill that fronted on the street, that fronted on what's now Highland Avenue. There was the Steiner Mill, and that burnt down in 1913. All that stuff was here before any of this happened. By 1925, all that earlier stuff was gone, and this brick building was built here by then. And I think we've just about gotten to time where we're going to shut this operation down for a while and say so long until next time.